G'day, you're watching Captainoob, and this is a Bloodied Grognak's axe with 40% faster swing speed and 90% reduced weight, major and minor legendary effects respectively. Honestly, my pick for legendary effects on this thing. You might argue that +1 strength is better for raw damage output, but having this thing come from 20 pounds to 2 pounds is just very great indeed. You can just carry heaps more shit that way, so very nice. 145 damage. No mods are on this thing, like I discussed a little bit earlier when I did an instigating one. No mods were on this in Fallout 4, which is this is basically ported directly from, but the legendary effects are nice. 145 damage. We're on par with the Bloodied Super Sledge, as you can tell here, except for that heating core giving us an extra 10 energy damage. But there's something that the Bloodied Super Sledge, or the Super Sledge in general, can't do that this thing can do. And it's going to improve our damage output by, well, threefold, and that is stealth. If you go ahead and swing the Super Sledge, I'll show this off a little bit later, but enemies will detect you. Of course they will detect you because it's got a big old rocket there. It'd be hard not to notice. But this thing, since it's got a very sharp point, it glides through the air very easily. I guess it doesn't make a lot of noise, and you can actually get away with stealthing with it, which is going to make a Grognak's axe probably the best two-handed melee weapon in the game, to my opinion. So, and you better believe that my opinion is valuable because I know guns in this game. So, like I said before, 145 damage, two-handed melee weapon, chuck on the slugger perks like usual. There's one, number 2 would be under master, and regular slugger will be there somewhere. We've got 3 ranks of martial artisan and incisor. Bandolier is there because I want to carry around ammo built for versatility. Bloody Mess goes on as well, 266, and yeah, just like that before. See, we are edging out a little bit more, but, you know, that doesn't really constitute sneak attack multipliers, does it? We'll see it later on, but first, let's get ourselves irradiated. Okay, check out Tinkerbell's health. We're under Nerd Rage threshold, and we're doing 1118 damage, and taking a quick look. So we're only missing out on 57 points of energy damage, which honestly, it's not really that significant considering that we're hitting for almost 1200, so there's that. Okay, so here we are outside of amusing nickname for West Tech, and here is our Grognak axe, and at least we're context sensitive with the choice of attire today. So there's my strength thanks to all of the unyielding stuff, buffs, and then, yeah, that's all of my unyielding stuff. Now, importantly, I must show off the Super Sledge and how it annoys me. So I'm standing out here, I'll just go into sneak mode, and I'll just start swinging this thing around, straight into caution, eventually into danger. So if we can recover, I'll quickly show you what this thing is capable of doing. In fact, the enemies are going to forget that I'm around, so that's going to work great for me. I can swing this as much as I damn well please, and they won't find me. So, with the ability to use stealth and with the amazing damage output you can actually muster with this thing, hands down, the Grognak axe is actually one of the best melee weapons in the game. You don't have to run around in power armor to protect yourself because you can just get away with not being seen. And of course, you get that 3 times damage multiplier, which is going to be absolutely massive against anything, whether it be a Scorchbeast, Super Mutant, anything you can really throw it at. If you're lucky enough to find a queen in this game, a fucking Scorchbeast Queen, and manage to hit her with stealth, and believe you me, it's possible with a melee weapon. You see all of the dudes using unarmed meat hooks doing like 18,000 damage against her. It's possible. And taking a quick look at that adrenaline, 1619. Yeah, that's probably enough to kill most things. So running around the back here, we'll try to make this as quick as possible. And by that, I'm going to miss not only once, but twice. Old mate with a minigun, he needs to go away because he can actually melt through my health bar very quickly. Don't you dare pick up that minigun, you bastard. So these plebs are running at me with super sledges, so, you know, that's a way of me... Thank you, Todd. That's a way of me proving how much better the Grognak's axe is against the fucking super sledges, but they're just dumb AI, so, you know, there's that. But honestly, I'm thinking that the extra energy damage you can get with this is pretty negligible when you're doing as much damage as that. And, you know, with the added ability of stealth, you can potentially get more damage anyway, since you can just keep on stacking sneak criticals. Okay, welcome to the DMV. Population, high-level ghouls as of patch 12? Some sort of patch did it. Anyways, so recent changes to this place made all of the ghouls a little bit higher. To get into this place, you need to go here, and make sure you enter the door that says level 30 plus, and ooh, we get a legendary for starters. That's very nice. He gave us an instigating sledgehammer. We'll probably be under-leveled, but that's fine, and we've got radworms. That's a shame. What we'll do though is we'll try to regain our stealthiness, because we're going to get swarmed with feral ghouls very quickly here, and any one shot would kill me. So yeah, they made the decision to make this place a high level spot. I think this is because when you get here as a high level... What the fuck are you doing in here? You are so under leveled. But yeah, as you get here higher levels towards the end game where you have to do that dumb DMV quest, well, you're going to be fighting very low level ghouls, which is incredibly boring and unrewarding. So what they've done is they've just quickly given us, or just changed the spawns a little bit. Whoops, I just killed a thing. What? I hit him. Okay, so it appears that sometimes your shots just won't connect, so there's nothing I could have really done about that. I should have killed that ghoul, but unfortunately a bug there has cost me a life. Also, I didn't go over the buffs before. I ate glowing meat steak and ribs, which apparently they stack too, so we're up to 10 and 1043. We actually aren't in nerd rage threshold either, so we've still got a little bit more we can possibly push out of this. But as you can tell, it doesn't really matter with that. Also, radical is a thing too. I chucked that on, so we've got a whole lot of damage for us at the moment. And still, there's a lot of this misfiring bullshit, and I'm thinking it's something to do with tick rate, but I don't really know, to be honest. There's just a little bit of a delay where there shouldn't be, and it's costing me health points, and I'm being damaged for no reason, and the terrain in here isn't great. I just got stuck on that piece of thing twice, and it actually got me whacked. So unfortunately the terrain in this place isn't simple enough to constitute easy navigation like the White Springs would be. But in terms of, you know, seeing of the appearance of stuff like goo piles and such, well, I'm definitely liking this place better. Also, no sleepers because it's an internal cell, you see. So that means there's not a lot of that nonsense actually going on. And yeah, as you can tell, swarmed with ghouls. I think this is more than the White Springs gives us. So I think from this point on, I'll prioritize this place instead of the White Springs, because the normies honestly are all over that with their energy guns making goo piles and generally pissing me off. So, you know, there's that. That's a context-sensitive, unyielding bit of armor. So yeah. That one was just a fucking failure on my part. I should have whacked him, but sometimes feral ghouls are a little bit on the unpredictable side and will just dart off in a direction, and their movements, you can't really predict that, which is a shame. We'll get our vengeance though. I haven't quite memorized the spawns of this place either, so once I actually do, I'll actually be able to formulate a good attack plan, a good strategy, just have a little bit of a run through here. So, you know, there's a little bit of a learning curve yet to be discovered. It also doesn't help that I've got fucking radworms. They're annoying to deal with, especially with this type of build and playstyle. You're going to get irradiated very quickly. But I think you get the point of this place. Definitely a decent replacement. Hopefully, this place will be kept a secret, because if I rock up and there's goo piles anywhere, I think I'm gonna fucking kill myself, because I'm sick of it. It's the worst. Okay, I won't kill myself, that's over dramatic, but I'll just be very angry and salty all the time, which is not a good state of mind to be. Alrighty, there's a queen going on, so I guess I'll go whack the shit out of that thing. Okay, I'm gonna quickly run in and whack this thing a few times, see if I can't pull the loot out of it. Now, unfortunately, I did pop a rat away, but I ain't seen that working yet, so... Oh, I'm loving this fucking explosive sound ear rape. Yeah, I'm just going to keep attacking it like this, because my AP isn't going down. Yeah, 738 damage ain't bad. Oh god, I am sorry for anyone viewing now. I'll probably put a please turn down warning. And that right there is how you lose. Actually, the event's not technically over yet, so I don't think I've lost anything. So yeah, so that's pretty good. That's a change they should have done fucking ages ago. Excellent. So I've picked up the flux too. Now if I die again, all my shit will drop, but I think the flux will disappear. I guess that's to discourage players from making other players die so they can pinch their loot, which I guess is a good idea, because many a time have I died after the thing is done and some cunts just, you know, pinched my fucking flux, which is very annoying. I've got a bunch of ultrasight eating weapons to maintain ammo for, so it's good that that doesn't happen anymore. We're so dead that we're walking whilst sleeping. Hang on, I think you can fix that if you equip a headpiece. I don't know, maybe... No, we're dead. Think about it like this. It's like a medieval execution where the big old axes just chopped his head off. Well, this is what's going to happen to Swan. Yep. Executed. Alright, we're in the same server, still in survival, and we're inside the Plaza now, and let's get started. Now, I've just done a shot of Med-X because I'm prepared for this to get ugly, and whoop. Okay, it's still sneaking, just got to maintain that. We won't get shot that way, but if we do, we've got a little bit of extra damage resistance at our side. I could also have done a Fury too, but honestly, we're not hurting for damage, and, you know, not having twisted muscles is not really to our detriment either, since we're hitting these guys for so much. So I've just got a little bit ahead of myself there. I probably should have done this in the logical order. Still, we're fine. Still hidden somehow. Moving around very sneakily indeed. Keep on going. Hit that guy right there. Keep on whacking these dudes in the face. Despite swinging my axe 2 times in front of him. Come on. Yeah, there's another reason why you always want to sneak when it comes to these weapons, because you can have them block you, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass, especially when you actually need to do the damage, and I'm at very low health right now. Let's take a peep of that extra damage we're getting, because, ooh, 2175, that's extra 20% from the glowing meat and also the bear that I ate, so, you know, making it give you extra melee damage for eating bears is amazingly context sensitive, and I like it. I'm just going to do a stim pack because I don't like being at this health. See, if I drop 1 point of rejuvenated out, it seems to... Oh, it's because I didn't have rejuvenated out at all. Not to worry, I can just top off my 25% or up to 75% with a little bit of a glowing meat steak. That resets the thing. We go into nerd rage again because technically we set our health over 20% for a second there, and then we went death for a second just to warn us that we are about to die. It's a nice warning to have that at 20%, but a lot of players do run around at this type of health, so sometimes they just die because the game doesn't warn them when they're at super low, like critical, 5% health remaining. So it'd be nice if they had that implemented, or maybe 10%. Although players would probably be going deaf constantly, which might be to their detriment, but at least they'll know that they're nearly dead. They have to play a little bit cautiously. So even though I am in survival, we're getting a lot of these instances of ash piles, which is very annoying. But oh well. Private servers are on the horizon. They said in, what was it, August, that they were closer than we think. So maybe somewhere it's got something to do with the release of Wastelanders, so that's pretty good. Got detected there. Straight back into hidden because stealth, so that's pretty good. We'll keep on going. I'm not actually seeing how much we're hitting these guys for, but they're dropping, so I'll pay close attention, see what kind of damage we can do. I didn't see it because it was obscured by the XP bar. Go for a power attack on this lad. Yeah, almost 9k damage. Yeah, that'll do pretty good. And like you saw with the SBQ earlier, 750-ish damage with them with a power attack to the face. You can't do much better than that. That's very, very good indeed. I mean, you can do better if you're sneaking and everything, but in terms of not sneaking and just being out there in front, I mean, that was a weird encounter anyways, but still. I'm not too... yeah, not too bad having that extra good damage. It was enough to get me over the threshold of amount of health taken out to reward with a legendary, so that was pretty good. I don't mind that. And by the way, if you're in a group, you can probably get the legendary regardless of how much damage you actually do, so make sure you're social in that fight. Anyways, that's these lads done. Let's move on to something else. Alright, time to chop some crabs in half, shall we? We'll just run in and kill that soft shell as easy as that. Old mate's on a Segway again. I'm pretty sure I just hit him for like 13,000 damage. They forget where I am because I've got a memory span of a goldfish. I guess they didn't evolve that far. I think I hit him for that much because of glow sight, yes. Anyways, so there's a queen over there. Actually, we'll get to this little mutt first. Come here, little runt, and whack him in the back. See, even hitting him against a shell where they're the most tough is just, it's ludicrously powerful, and I don't need to tell you that. Anyways, we'll go for the legs, because they're like an AT-AT, and we one-shotted it. Big fucking surprise, right? No, not really. We all saw that one coming. Alright, let's move on to some bats. Smaller bats this time. And wham! Bump on the noggin. Not quite. Secondary will get him though. Yeah, 4,200 damage. He was fighting an Eyebot. Yeah, I think you've got a little bit bigger problems, mate. That one's diseased. What do you have, a virus? You got a Trojan horse? Okay, bat killing time. First of all, you need to come down on the ground so I can kill ya. So you make sure you do that. And whilst you're screaming at where you think I ought to be, I'm going to kill your minions just to annoy you. Alright, we've got to make it personal, right? We've got to get into the head games of the Scorchbeast. People don't think they're that intelligent, but they're actually a little bit clever, a little bit more cleverer than what they're actually, you know, regarded as. They got a big brain inside that noggin of theirs. I mean, as you can tell, if I hit said brain, it'll kill them in one, so you better believe that brain is important. Oh my god, I'm surrounded. I am... Hang on. You're the one with the grenade launcher. Good, you are now dead. Now, come here so I can kill ya. I'll just use VATS to teleport. I'm gonna walk at you. All menacing like. So you gotta get into the mind games against these Scorch dudes. Okay, fuck it. Just jam a stim pack in ya. And we're good to go once more. So that's 2 down so far. I'm thinking if we can pull a cheeky spawn out of the hellhole, we might actually do pretty well. You need to go down first, maintain that adrenaline. We've got it for another 60 seconds, so that's ages. We're fine. Come on. Let's see it. No. Okay. Looks like it's not happening, but at least we can destroy another Eyebot, right? Yeah. Fuck you, Sputnik. Try to put robots into space, will you, Russia? Guess what? We're going to put man on the moon. Anyways, so I think you get the point of this particular weapon. It's good. It's not entirely as stealthy as I'd like it to be. You're not going to beat a combat knife in terms of stealth gameplay, but it's certainly able to be used in that sort of way. Maybe I'm just a little bit rusty for not playing it for this for a couple of days, and yeah, getting used to the control scheme sucks after playing Borderlands, because the Fallout 76 characters handle like a fucking Hilux compared to, like, I don't know, a VE Commodore for the for the Borderlands characters. But anyways, yeah, find one, get your own, you're not getting mine. Hit up Murmur, legendary drops. Also, I'd like to stress that legendary, it's all random. There's no one place to get this. So stop asking me, where do you get this? You find enemies that are of level around 50, level 50, level 40, yeah, level 50 or higher. And if they drop you a Grognak axe, it'll be level 50. And whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 stars will depend on how many stars you get. I don't think I can spell it out any simpler than that. Thank you for watching, guys.